Are you gonna calm down? Are you going to calm down? I know, I'm almost done. Let me just finish. I'm almost done. Hello, and welcome to episode 25 of the Cozy Moth Knits podcast. My name is Caitlin, and this is a podcast where I talk about my knitting and other fiber arts. It's 90% knitting. There is a little bit of crochet involved. Sorry, I can hear my dog. And hopefully in the next coming months, I will be mastering a new craft, which I'll talk about a little bit later. Yeah, this is my little cozy corner of the internet. I'm coming to you from a little bit overcast over day. Sorry, my dog. A little bit of an overcast day here in Delaware. Delaware is in the United States. It is nestled on in there, right below Pennsylvania, New Jersey, next to Maryland, and right above Virginia. There's not much else to say about Delaware other than it's close to those states and the capital of the country, of course. And I'm here to talk about the stuff that I worked on in March. This podcast, I've been doing sort of a monthly makes kind of situation. Sorry if you can hear my dog, and I'm getting distracted. She keeps walking in and out of the room. Blue is my greyhound, and she likes to come in here and hang out and bother me. So if you hear her crying, it's just because she wants attention. I'm giving you guys my full attention, or most of my attention, and not her. So anyway, yeah, I do these videos about once a month talking about what I've been working on. I don't have a whole lot to share this month. March was a little bit crazy for me, just in like a billion different ways. So I don't have a whole lot to share in terms of my knitting, crochet, fiber arts kind of situation, but progress was made on some of the things. This is just going to be a quick and casual episode. I mean, like, I've got my crew neck sweater, I've got my flared yoga pants on, which apparently is coming back, and I thought that we left that behind back in the late 2000s, but I guess that's not the case anymore. But yeah, it's a cozy day. It's a Monday. See, she's crying because she doesn't get my full attention. Come on, lay down. But yeah, just cozy chill day here. I'll take you through what I've been working on. So I guess to get started, I'll talk to you about my one finished object, which I have hanging up here on my finished garment rack. And this is the holiday slipover by Petite Knit. It's pretty large, pretty beige, but it is, yeah, so if you guys are unfamiliar, I did post in the beginning of the year my Make 9, my intentions for the garments that I want to make this year, but I've already switched up 3 of the garments, and we're only 3 months into the year. Just my tastes have changed. What I want in a knitted wardrobe has changed, even in those past 3 months. So expect changes throughout the year. I've already found a bunch of other garments that I want to switch out. I don't think there's really any rule to the Make 9. I guess as long as you're making 9 garments, right? I mean, if I like a garment in December of 2021, but then by the time, November of 2022 comes along and I'm not interested in making it, do I fail to make 9? I don't know. So, yeah, definitely see some changes in the future to my Make 9. Maybe I'll do a 6-month update or something. But anyway, so my original Make 9 post had a different Petite Knit slipover. It was the Stockholm V-neck slipover. I'm fairly certain it was the Stockholm slipover. She has a million slipovers. But this sweater, this slipover in particular, kept getting recommended to me. Like I saw a lot of people making it, and I pulled up the Ravelry page, and I was like, you know what, like this is gonna be the one. I'm switching out the V-neck slipover, and I'm doing the crew neck that has the split hem, and the split hem was what really sold me. So yeah, so this is this was a very quick knit. This is the first garment I've made this year. Well, at least like the first garment that like I started and finished in 2020. My other one that I finished this year was started in like October of sorry, I said 2020, I meant 2022. That's a garment that I started in 2021 and finished in 2022. And this was started and finished in 2022. So this is the same yarn that I used to make my Most Cozy cardigan that I made in collaboration with Bellish. Rest in peace, rest in power to a lovely company that I had the pleasure of working with. So when I purchased the yarn for the Most Cozy cardigan, it basically told me to get 2 sweater quantities worth of yarn. So I had so much left over, and it's a Knit Picks Wool of the Andes in their colorway Oyster Heather. And I'm having a neutrals moment, so I want anything that's like neutral. So having that excess Oyster Heather colorway was, you know, not a problem for me. But this cardigan, but that is in a worsted weight, and this cardigan calls for a bulky weight held with a mohair. But I had plenty of yarn left over to hold double to make a bulky weight fabric, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. It drapes very nice. It's not as heavy as you thought it would have been. Yeah, and it was just like a fun pattern to knit up. Like I loved the construction of it. I even normally I hate like picking up for like a neckline and sleeves, but I like enjoyed it. It was actually like a fun process. I wore this in my most latest video where I talked about my make along that I'm hosting for the spring equinox, and I've worn it then, and I wore it to work once, and I don't know if I'll wear it again. The idea of a vest sounded really good to me, but I don't think my body type is conducive for a vest. Personally, I'm very rectangular. There's like no curves. And a little bit pudgy in the belly because I have celiac disease, and and food has a vice on me, so I often find myself bloated from time to time. So TMI, but that's just life. That's life with celiac disease, unfortunately, or like the type that I have. So I may or may not wear this again. Maybe come fall time, I'll bring it back out, but it is spring now and it's starting to get warmer. And the library that I work at, they keep it a very warm temperature, so like I can't even wear like super cute sweaters because I'm just like sweating because I'm running around all over the place. So this might make an appearance in the fall, but who knows, maybe not. I mean, I did have a lot of fun making it. I think it's a really cool construction, like I said. Like it was a black, like I would make it again if like my sister or someone, sorry, please, making it known that she does not like that I'm filming. Like if my sister or whoever like asked me to make them a vest, I would, and I would do this one. It was a lot of fun. But probably not for myself again, but at least I did it. So that is my only finished object for March, and the rest are just works in progress. If I can hang this up. All right. Have a sip of my tea. I am drinking Choice Organics Sage Mint Herbal Tea. It's really good. I only had it the first time at a friend's house the other night, and it was delicious. I was over at my friend's house, and she had a party for her son, and as the night was winding down, and as some of the adults were finishing up their alcoholic beverages, she put on a kettle full of tea, or her son, her oldest son actually, put on a kettle for tea, and we all sat around together and drank our cups of tea, and it was just a lovely evening. But this is my new favorite, honestly. It's so good. Again, Choice Organics mint or sage mint or mint sage. I bought it on Amazon. Like literally as I was drinking this at my friend's house, I ordered it on Amazon. Delightful. So, all right, so moving forward, I have 3 works in progress, I guess, and then, you know, one that's just going to be a continuing project over the next few weeks. But I guess I will start with one that you have already seen before. It's just more of an update. And this is a baby blanket that I'm making for a young woman in my church who's about to have a baby soon. But I know she's about to have her baby any day, and I'm nowhere close to finishing it. But the pattern is not actually a blanket pattern. It's actually the pattern for the half and half triangles wrap by Pearl Soho, because I really like the idea of doing a half and half baby blanket. And I know there's other ones, but I also wanted to I just want to give it a try because everyone's talking about it. So here's what we got so far. I started the second color. I'm really happy with my color choice. I think it turned out really well. So the first color is done, and it took me forever to get to this point. Excuse me, and I'm about a 1/6 of the way or the 1/5 of the way through the second color. And I'm really enjoying this construction. I'm having a lot of fun with this. It's just like TV knitting at this point. It goes by so quickly. And yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to share about. I understand the hype now. I understand why everyone loves this. I watched enough of Stacy of Stress Knits. I've watched enough of her videos to convince me that I needed to give this a try, but I'm not really a shawl person. So I was like, hey, I'll make a baby blanket. And this is just the regular size, and even so, it's huge. This is from one corner to the next. I can't even get it in full. It's pretty big. It's bigger than the other baby blankets I've made, the 2 others I made last year. This probably won't be done by the time the baby is born, but I was joking around with a young lady in my church who also is a fiber artist. She crochets and she sews, and we were talking about our progress on the baby's blankets. And I saw her at church yesterday, and I was like, did you finish your blanket? She's like, you know what, I didn't. And I was like, neither did I. And we were like, it'll be like the baby's half birthday present. Once the baby hits 6 months, then we'll give them give the baby their present. So yeah, that's how it's coming along with that. And I'm using by the way, what is it? I'm using a fingering weight cotton from Hobby. It's their rainbow cotton. It's 100% cotton. And the color for this is number 89. I don't know the color for the rosy pink color, but this is the second. I've talked about the colors in the past in previous videos. I think last month actually I told you about the colors, but that's what's going on with this one. This is the project that I've been bringing with me to work, that I work on when I'm on my lunch break, or if it's late enough in the night and most of the people have gone home. I bust this out if I'm not reading anything interesting, or if I've finished a book, and so I bust this guy out. So it's been pretty easy to take, and then despite it being pretty big, it's also easy to carry around. This fits in my regular purse, not a problem. So that's work in progress number 1, a baby blanket / half and half triangles wrap. And my second work in progress is actually a second half and half triangles wrap. And this time I decided to go the extra mile. Oh, I'm in the middle of a row. I'll talk about it while I finish this row. I decided to go the extra mile and buy the linen quill from Pearl Soho. And here are the colors. I'll show you right now, because right now it's just like this. It's not, put this in my scrap jar, but this is all I got so far. This is the bigger size. This is the largest size. And I'm actually making a wrap for a friend She doesn't know that I'm making it for her, but her, and I'm actually knitting this incorrectly. This is, and I'll tell you why in a little bit, but I'm just trying to get through it. I'm actually knitting this as a birthday gift slash graduation gift for my friend. She is, her birthday and graduation date for her master's degree are like a couple of days apart from each other. So I figured it would be a good gift. She is getting her master's degree in Christian counseling. She's gone through seminary and everything. And so I'm making her this big old shawl because, you know, the bigger the shawl, the better the counselor. So I figured I would make her this, and hopefully she can wear it when she has her, you know, counseling sessions and she looks all professional and everything. So like I said, here's what I've got so far. I haven't done a whole lot of the wrap and turns, only about this much. So this is taking a lot longer than the other one because this is quite a bit larger. So here are the two colors that I'm using. They're both Pearl Soho Linen Quill. This color, and Linen Quill is 50% wool, 35% alpaca, and 15% linen. This is in the colorway Rosewood Pink. And then my second colorway is in the colorway Pale Mushroom. And I saw this color combination when I was browsing Ravelry because I've like just now discovered like you can click on the people who are working on these projects. So I was thinking about making this for my friend, but I wasn't sure what colors to use. But I saw one maker in particular who used these two colors together, and I thought absolutely perfect. It's perfect color combination. It's neutral enough to be worn with a lot of things, but also that pop of pink just like adds a little bit more character to it. So I'm really happy with this color selection. I really hope that my friend likes it. So yeah, and her birthday slash graduation is at the end of May, so hopefully I have plenty of time to work on this. I'm gonna make this a bit of a priority to get through this one sooner rather than later. So yeah, that's the second half and half triangles wrap. Hopefully, come my April makes video, I will have at least one triangle done. And this is in my Ritual Dies bag. So that's work in progress number 2. Work in progress number 3 is a sweater. It is another sweater from my Make 9, and this is the Bay Pullover by Jacqueline Cieslak. Now this is a very strange construction when it comes to a sweater. So it's a top, it's a bottom up, it's all kinds of wonky. So you knit from here to here. So it's wingspan, then you knit up and do short rows for the neck, and then you join at the bottom of like here, and then you knit down. So it's like a bat wing construction. So it's very interesting. I've read the instructions several times, and I don't know how I've made it make sense in my head, but it just is. So I finished the front panel, and it's all kinds of squished. But I finished the front panel a few days ago. There's stuff hanging all over it. And yeah, so this is where I'm at as of now. So here's the the neck hole, and then it'll come down to here, and then you join at the provisional cast on and you knit down, and then you use a 3 needle bind off to join, because you make a second one of these, make a 3 needle bind off to join the front and the back pieces along the top of the sleeve and along the bottom, and then you join at the bottom or at the sides. You do 3 needle bind off. But it's been pretty cool. Like, it's been a really great challenge. The color that I chose, okay. So the color that I chose it's also a Pearl Soho, and it's in their Plenty base, which is 100% extra fine merino, in their colorway Laurel Leaf, I should say. And when I bought this, it looked a lot more teal on the website than in person. It looks teal right here, but in person it's definitely a very cool toned pine green. I mean, like, it's fine, it's a good color, but like I was looking for more of a teal color, but it's okay. Oh, funny story about this skein in particular, if you can see. When this yarn came in, my husband decided he would open it for me and like leave it on the table for me as like a surprise. But when he cut into the package, he cut 6 strands of the yarn. I tried not to be upset about it, but I am a little upset, and don't tell him. But it is, I mean, like, it could be worse. It could be a worse situation. This will probably be the last skein that I use. So yeah, so that's what's going on with this one. I'm only a few rows into the second panel. I am a little bit nervous because like I met gauge and I feel like that's like really short. Like that only comes down to like the middle of my bust, and I feel like it should come down below it. But I don't know, I might have to add more length to it. So I'm getting kind of nervous about it. So, you know, it is what it is. So, yep, that is the Bay pullover. I'm sorry it's not a whole lot to show you. It's not very aesthetically pleasing. It's just kind of a crumpled mess, but it's something, I guess. So that's the Bay pullover in my big old basket. And then, of course, I have my granny stripe blanket, which I haven't really touched. I think I added one more stripe to it. My goal was to do 30 minutes of knitting every day, but March was just super crazy for my work schedule and my personal schedule, and I just had like the March sadness, and I just wasn't motivated really to do anything except go to and from work. I would read at work. I felt motivated to read at work. And then when I wasn't at work, I would sit in bed and watch TikToks for way too long. So that was kind of a tough month. But hopefully April, I have some new vigor for this month, and I have some new what's the word? Motivation. So hopefully, again, come the end of April, I'll have something a little bit more put together for you guys to see. So yeah, that was because March was such a really like annoying, tough month for me. That's why I like barely touched my crochet. But hopefully things will get better. Hopefully I'll have a lot more to show you next month. So that's what I have to show you in terms of acquisitions, because I guess the 2 yarns I showed you were technically acquisitions and works in progress. But for this last bit, I'm going to talk to you about the Sprout New Skills make along. If you haven't already seen my previous video, I'll put it up in the cards. Just a super quick video explaining the Sprout New Skills make along. I did this make along during the spring equinox last year, and I just figured I would bring it back. I was kind of having like a manic episode in the beginning of March, and I was like, let's do this, it'll be a lot of fun. And it is a lot of fun, and it's an excuse to like learn a new skill, whether that be a new craft altogether or a new technique in a craft that you're already very familiar with. So for my contribution to the make along, I've decided to learn the skill of spinning, which I'm excited to learn. I haven't picked it up just yet, but this week or next week I'll be picking it up. I have my drop spindle and the wool somewhere in here. It's a bit of a mess in this room. The room is so small. Like, it's the type of the builders who built this house. They're a big corporation, and they're notorious for having super small, like, bedrooms. Very small, and this is a townhouse. Like, super small. You really can't fit. Like, you can't fit a king-size bed in here. Like, it's very small. So, if there's anything out of place in here, it's a mess. So, anyway. So, yeah, the spindle and the wool are in here somewhere. I just have to look for it. So I want to do that, and then I also want to take time to work on continental knitting, and I'm using that half and half triangles wrap that I'm making for my friend as an excuse to practice my continental knitting. I've kind of been going back and forth on it just to like, yeah, because I'm so comfortable with English style knitting, but I want to work on it. The continental, like I can get a little frustrated with it. I still haven't like found like a really good way to hold the yarn that works for me and tension it a certain way. But because I've been going back and forth with two different styles, I haven't seen any significant difference in gauge. So I guess that's good because I don't want there to be like tight spots in the shawl and versus looser spots. But it seems to be pretty consistent. I mean, like if you're really, really, really looking for it, you can see it. But it's not noticeable at all, and I think that's also because of the yarn type. But that's that. So yeah, I this whole episode is like, well, hopefully next month I'll be able to show you something more interesting. This month has been a little bit of a bust. This video is even a week and a half late. I filmed this already once, and then I decided to put my mic right here, and like it's hanging right here on the little edge of the tripod, because I had it here, but my hair kept touching the mic, and it made everything sound all crackly. I will be getting a haircut soon, so hopefully that won't be a problem on the next video. But I was just very frustrated. I knew that was going to annoy a lot of people. And it was already a super long video, and I had like no energy because I filmed it in the morning before the coffee kicked in. So hopefully this video is a little bit better. It's definitely a lot shorter than my original video, but that's really because I don't have a whole lot to share. And this is just a little quick guy. Yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about it. So yeah, I guess that's all I have to share with you today. I don't know whether to say like I'm sorry that this is a shorter video, or maybe all of you are relieved that you're not sitting through an hour of me rambling on about nothing. So yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That way you can be notified every time I post a video. And if you like what you see here, maybe you'll like me over on Instagram. So go give me a follow at the Cozy Moth Knits over there on Instagram. That is also where I'm hosting my the Sprout New Skills make-along. And again, if you watch that video on the make-along, there'll be more information on that. Thank you so much for giving me this time to hang out with you and just chit-chat and catch up with each other. I really enjoy these moments that we have every month. Blue doesn't. Blue clearly does not. Go away. Go lay down. I'll be right back. So because this dog is not letting me sit here for very much longer, I'm just going to end it right here. Again, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure to leave a comment down below about telling what you think of the video, anything of note you want to talk about. I do love responding to comments both on my channel and on my Instagram posts. So we'll just leave it here for right now. So stay safe, everyone. Keep knitting, and I will see you all later.